live. So I'll say, indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again, for finding yourself here for another conscious evolution. Today's whole stream topic is going to be about how we are allowed certain experiences by not having others. I had this dream last night about a very wealthy lady who went to a festival with me. And it was almost like my pride in trying to, I don't know if I use that word correctly, but my pride in being able to show her all of the experiences that she can be allowed not having any money kind of vibe, right? Where if you are, for instance, let's make it simple. If you are uber wealthy and you have all of the finances to go and do all of the cool things that people think they want to do, bungee jump or go, jump out of a plane or go and travel to some sort of luxury resort, etc., etc. You'll have those experiences, but in having those luxury experiences, you won't be allowed others, right? You won't be allowed the experience of, for instance, feeling super close with your family because of how tough things are financially. And I don't know if this topic is going to translate that well, but I feel you friends already understand what it is I'm trying to say. I'll embrace y'all as we'll embrace you too. Dear Duck Dad, it's nice having you. Meltmore family, Brother Dan, it's nice having you here, friend. We have Shan. I'm feeling juiced and grateful for the day. Really grateful to share some of it with you wonderful folks. Dan, can I tell you, bro, hearing this level of enthusiasm, in contrast to where we've been, I'm grateful to be allowed this experience, right? And I wouldn't really fully be able to appreciate this experience of you being so juiced up if you weren't juiced up before, right? And I feel like you probably understand that about yourself as well. I'm proud of you for getting better. I'm proud of you for showing up. Is it today that you're going to have that, should I call it a date with your friend, your beloved, your person? Do let us know. It's nice to have you all here. Thank you for joining me, friends. We have Zano joining us too. Hello to you, lovely one. My last hot outside day of the year, sharing it with you folks. Winter is coming. Winter is upon you, apparently, in America. Um, it's kind of nice today. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. The breeze is kind of cool. The skies are clear. It feels kind of nice, actually. I'm happy to share this moment with you, friends. How do you know it's the last one? I know it's October, but come on. Yoga didn't go well this morning. I fucked up my poses and everything was hard. Oh, Joy Vive, I'm proud of you nonetheless. Yoga isn't easy, right? I don't think it's supposed to be easy. I feel if it's hard, you're doing it right, And I would like to say this as well. Uh, Messing up your poses doesn't exist technically, right? Look at me, yoga teachering. Because yoga isn't you putting yourselves in poses. That's not what yoga is. Yoga is you showing up and doing your best, right? And you did that, Joy. So I'm proud of you. Thank you for practicing with us. It will get easier. It will get easier. Believe me, sometimes it'll get harder. Maybe you had one of those days where it's like, what the hell, yo? I've been practicing this yogas so long, and now it's even harder. What's going on? Hi, this is Rosie. I saw Jupiter and Venus before yoga. Rosie, that's so cool. I don't know if you know, but I have a big Jupiter painting in my room. So I also see Jupiter every day before yoga. It's very special to me. I'm guessing you probably saw it twinkling in the distance. Do you look through a telescope? How did you look at Jupiter and Venus? I'm so curious. It's true, Mel. The contrast. Thanks for sticking by me. And yes, it is. Looking forward to it. Blessings, Brother Bear. I hope you have a good one, man. I mean, my job outside ends at Halloween. Usually, our record summer comes around Thanksgiving, November. No, November. No, we say November in Afrikaans, baie dankie. November. Our second summer comes around Thanksgiving, November. Is that true? I didn't even know about that. That's kind of cool, actually. Had some synchronicity with yesterday's topic. I'm tossing my laundry in and then I'll share. I'm looking forward to it with the bear. Yesterday's topic was about. Bruh. It's like, Melt, isn't it? Aren't these your live streams? I'm in the moment, okay? I'm being allowed this experience right now. Me forgetting what yesterday's stream topic is means that I get to have the experience of embarrassing myself right now, right? So yes, thank you. Thank you, universe. This is Rosie. Love again to you, Rosie. Lovin's to you, Kristen. It's nice having you. I see Loizana here too. She sent some lovin's to our friends. Jovan, blessings to you. How are you feeling, Kristen? I hope that you're getting better. Every day can be different, Joy. Don't be hard on yourself. I'm proud of you for showing up. Yeah, that's yoga. That's yoga, Joy. Literally, you can, and I've said this as well. Technically, you can just sit on your yoga mat and do the breathwork exercises with me, right? Like every single time I go, breathe in, breathe out. You can just do that and you'll still get the benefits of the yoga. So don't be too hard on yourself. It's fall, winter doesn't start until almost the end of December. Yeah, I wish it was like that for summer. You know, be like, oh, summer is not gonna start until the close to the end of December. Nah, summer is like, yeah, I'm here. Oh, I'm here and I'm loud and I'm in your face and you can't run from me. I'm everywhere. Yoga was so hard for me today. I'm on day two of a migraine, and my neck, shoulders, back, and lower back are killing me. It was also raining, so I was tucked under the awning at the back of the house, and I was a little cramped. I'm proud of you, Louisiana, for showing up the way that you do as well. That's a lot of discomfort at the same time. Migraine, stiff neck, stiff shoulders, back, lower back, all killing you. Taking a breath and imagining the possibility where you are free from this discomfort. In doing so, I see a warrior, gender neutral warrior with a dragon, one of those Chinese or Japanese dragons, you know, not like big, bulky, winged dragon, but snake like dragon. And then instead of getting eaten by the dragon, this warrior rechannels this dragon in a direction. Mean something? I hope it's, it's a spot or is valuable. Won't be able to keep up with chitter chatter today, but know that y'all are loving in my lurking ears as I worky work. We love you. Let's Duck Dad is probably gonna cringe, but let's whisper sweet nothings in Jovan's ear while she lurks. Sending you lovin's. I'm sorry, LA. I hope your body cooperates soon. I'm sure it will. They call it Indian summer, but it's basically a week that forgets what time of year it is and it gets warmer. Don't know why. Yeah, I'm not even gonna pretend I know why either, because I don't. I hurt my back really bad, hence why I skipped the other day. So yoga was hard for me too. How about that? The fact that all of us had a little bit of trouble practicing yoga today. I was thinking about last Friday. No, last of last Friday, when I was still at the festival grounds, after walking around, after being subjugated to the heat, after being severely dehydrated, after having danced for a few hours, then doing the yoga practice. It was the hardest practice I've ever had. And weirdly enough, today, after I finished our practice, and I laid in my Shavasana, I was like, yeah, yeah, difficulty. Oh, yes. Sometimes it's hard doing this practice. Sometimes it feels so easy. It's like I'm not doing anything at all. And noticing that contrast, right? Like as this, I'm the same body, right? I believe I'm the same amount of strong, and yet from one day to another, they can be so much different. Sending you lovings to your lower back. Is it your lower back? I hurt my back really bad. What happened, Jovan? I'm so sorry your friends are hurting right now. Love your lurky workings. Dang it. Okay, I will join yoga even if I'm feeling icky. But the great thing is I'm not. I feel wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that, Kristen. Kristen has recovered. How was your visit with your friend yesterday? Was it fun? Do let us know. You mentioned that you will take it easy. Maybe all heal together. Let's just all hold that possibility, right? Not necessarily pointing out all of the discomfort we have, because we might, right? To try and attach to today's stream topic about how we are allowed this experience, how even pain technically is an experience worth having, a worthy one, right? And then instead of focusing in on the pain, imagining how we can allow ourselves moments without it, seeing the other side of it, because all of us have had states of being where we're not in pain, right? Seeing that state of being for ourselves, imagining ourselves already there. And as beings already there, free from pain, practicing gratitude. I'm grateful to not be in pain. I'm grateful to be free from discomfort. I am grateful for this moment and the experiences that it allows me. I love you. This is Rosie. I'm so tired when I get up for yoga. I'm impressed, Rosie. I just spilled water on myself. I'm really impressed with the fact that you get up so early. Like I had a hard time getting up that early as a child myself. We live on a farm, so I had to wake up a little bit earlier so that we can get to school on time. And for 12 years, I dreaded it, Rosie. I was like, this sucks. This sucks. I don't like getting up at 6 a.m. Why would I want to do this kind of vibe? And the fact that you get up and practice yoga with your dad, I think it's super cool. Even though you're tired, right? Despite being tired, you still do it. That's strength. That's what the type of stuff that you will really value as you keep going into life. Jovan, I can take a Grisby for a walk to save your back. Love is true. Oh goodness, look at all of the hurt backs and stuffs. Healing energies to everyone. Thank you, Shan. Imagining, little flower remedies dropping on all of those sore spots. I think air pressure is at play. It might actually be. Zano, Elzana, Shan and Dan and Sam and Ryan and Joy. Don't forget Rosie and Duck and Kristen and Melt and all of you loving beings of radiant light. No, you. Lovins to you too, Zhao. Thank you for sending all of us lovins. Rosie, I also saw Jupiter and Venus a couple of weeks ago when I was in a small town with very little light pollution. They were magnificent. Yeah. Planetary bodies showing up like stars in our world as well. Unless you know. Apparently, those that flicker, right? Those that flicker multiple different colors, apparently, those are the planets in our night sky. I haven't been able to really, like, I look forward to one day, finding someone who has like a really good telescope and then being able to peep through that, to actually look at Jupiter as well. But I haven't had one of those experiences just yet. I start going to bed earlier, Rosie. It's helping me get up earlier. I think since Rosie is like 6 or 7 now, she probably does go to bed early by circumstances, by the fact that she is a child. right? For instance, when I was a kid, 8 p.m. was bedtime, right? Come hell or high water. If it's 8 p.m., I'm supposed to be in bed. No ifs, whats, or whens about it. I remember my dad used to play games. Like he played games until I was around 8 or 9. And the TV room was across from my room. And I would purposely leave the door open. And he would be playing Gran Turismo. It's like a racing game. And my bed, the head of my bed was facing the inside of the room. But then I would like switch over and lay with my head on the foot side of my bed so that I can watch the TV while he was playing Gran Turismo. And he was like pushing himself, to try and like get better times. And sometimes like there's a strat where you drive into the side of another car and then use that as a way to bounce off into the corners. That's not exactly how you race cars, but if you're playing games, you can't get away with stuff like that. And he like rammed into a car, and me as a little kid was like, yes, like, oh! And then he like looks over his shoulder and he sees me watching the TV with him, and it was like 9 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. or something. He's like, hey, bro, you're supposed to be sleeping, kind of vibe. Still a core memory for me. Mm, Next month, it's going to be even harder when the time changes and yoga's going to be at 5 in the morning. It's not going to be at 5 in the morning. It's going to be 4 p.m. No, it's going to be 3:30 p.m. South Africa time, join me. That sounds easy, right? That's so easy. It's so easy for me to wake up in time for yoga. What's the problem? What's the problem? I don't see any I don't see any problems. I'm so sorry, Joy. Technically, daylight savings is a lie. It's not true. It doesn't exist, right? Time doesn't work that way, kind of vibe. Kristen, seeing your burp in my treehouse makes me so hippity hap. Rabbit, that is so cool. Love is true. Careful, now I might start liking the whisper. Suddenly, I have to reevaluate my whole life choices. Yeah, it means you only smoke the greens. What? Did I miss some? Oh, yeah. I picked both friends up from the airport. Yes, two. We had a fun dinner in the arts district, which I had never been to. I also learned a new phrase, California sober. Anyone heard of that one? I have. No alcohol, lots of weed. Yeah, it means you only smoke the green. Glad you had a good time with your friends. I feel, technically that is California sober because people do lots of coke in California, apparently. So, right? If you say you're sober, it's probably like I don't do coke kind of vibe, or I don't drink alcohol. My sober October is going well. I'm I'm kind of feeling nice. I am dreaming again. I am dreaming pretty vividly, and we'll see how things continue. As I keep getting deeper and deeper into the sobriety. But it is going to be an adventure. I'll tell you, friends, about my dreams and stuff. Maybe we can learn some lessons from that nether space. Neither do I, Rosie. Joy, I don't want to go to bed earlier. Yeah, I get it, Rosie. I totally get it. I feel like going to bed early creates this sense of loss where you're like, oh, I'm missing out. I could have watched so much extra TV, or I could have played this game for one more hour or whatever instead of sleeping. uh, it's again one of those experiences we allow ourselves, right? That if you go to bed early, you are allowed that deep rest and the experience of waking up rested the next morning. Vice versa, if you don't, you will be allowed the experience of being lethargic and, being grumpy and hating the world for waking you so early, kind of vibe. That must have been so nice, Kristen. It does sound good. Let's stay up late, right, Joy? Let's stay up late. If I stay up late, I'll never make it to yoga in the mornings. I'm so proud of you, friends. I mean, balance can be had. You don't have to show up for yoga every day. I will. I will. But that's because mine is like at 3:30. If I had to wake up at 5 a.m. to give yoga every day, I might have a hard time too. I'm gonna be completely honest. Mm, love is true. Night owls unite. Sometimes I love sleep and it feels so good. Sometimes I feel like it's a waste of time. I get that, Zano. If I can, one day, I don't think it will be possible. Probably not. But if I can, one day amid sleep, be like, no, no, thank you. I want the day, but keep the sleep. I probably would, right? Getting 8 extra hours in each day would be pretty nice. Or maybe I can gene edit myself to only need like 2 hours of sleep, right? That I can see as more of a possibility than needing no sleep whatsoever. You know what I'm thinking more than anything? I'm not too worried about my biologics, right? Not sleeping well enough. But I am curious about my psyche. What is going to do to us as a species if we sleep less? Specifically, if we dream less, right? If we don't allow ourselves that ethereal, sometimes wacky, sometimes confusing, sometimes frightening, experiences in our dream world as well. Is that going to change us for the good or for the bad? I don't think it will be good for us, to be completely honest. Again, from this perspective of the experiences we allow ourselves. I've had some wacky experiences in my dreams. One of my favorites, and I have these a lot, is this ability to be able to just push like the air is a viscous medium, and then I can push myself up, and then I start floating, and I like, shoo, shoo. I like that. I don't know why I do that. I don't fly. I don't do that. I don't just go like that. I don't do. I feel like my logic stops me from doing that. Right? Like some part of my prefrontal cortex might still be kicking a little bit, but it can cope with the fact that I'm just pushing off of this medium, right? Because technically you can feel it, right? You can feel the air. If it was a little bit thicker, we'd be fish, right? Air to us is like water to fish. We are in an ocean of atmosphere, quite literally. Is Shell here, sending you blessings. So much love to you, dear one. Joy, I'm behind, but I'm sending you a link to our favorite easy family yoga. I'll share it in Discord General. Thank you, Duck Dad, for sharing resources, Brother Bear. I was kind of a feral kid, says Jovan. So during summer break, I would go on no sleep schedule at all. Like go to bed at 10 a.m. sometimes 4 p.m., sometimes at midnight. That is pretty wild. Like I'm imagining, did you go to bed at 10 a.m., like waking up at like 6? Or did you stay up so late that you ended up going to bed only at 10 a.m.? Did you stay up so late that you only went to bed at like 4 p.m.? I used to, especially during our high school vacations, we had like 2 months in the middle of the year. I just made friends, good friends with Heinrich and Tradu. I think that was the only ones of us here. And we would make those 5 liter, no, 10 liter little jugs with the little taps on them, like water jugs. And we would like make Energade. We would put like 2 bottles of Energade concentrate in one of those things. And then we would have these long, almost like double Vuvuzela drinking cups with like long ass straws. And then we would fill those and we would sit with them and we would watch Supernatural into like late hours of the night, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., easy peasy. And then we would sleep and then we wake up at 4 p.m. and then we start all over again, watching Supernatural until like 7 a.m. in the morning. Those are some of my favorite memories. I really enjoyed that time of my life. I had absolutely no purpose, no care for busy work, And even though I can't see myself doing that anymore, I also don't think I was wrong for doing it back in that day. No, no. Sometimes I just intermittently napped. I heard that that's actually a strategy, Chauvin, where you take 30-minute naps throughout your day until you get like your total hours of sleep. And it does work technically. You have to get used to it, but it does technically work. Mm. All right, laundry is in, and I'm ready for the anecdote. Melt, yesterday topic was that growth can't be stopped when the conditions are right, of course. Right now that you said, I'm like, of course. I don't even remotely forget. Growth can't be stopped when the conditions are right. I used a lot of coke in California. I'm glad I quit before the fentanyl apocalypse. Me too. Yeah, coke is not good for you. How about that? Don't do coke. Eat mushrooms. If you want to do drugs, I don't even consider them drugs. Eat mushrooms. Na, 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 na. I got a rewrite. I got a rewrite. I got to rewrite the song lyrics to the watermelon sugar and replace it with peanut butter knife. Good old Shell jumping in with a fractal that I have absolutely no idea about. We were also up my spacing and aiming Joe, of course. Like I believe Joe even like had like her own programmed, MySpace page. It was a leg day, and I thought, okay, this is, I believe, Dan's story. No, no, no. I think I missed the previous one. So I've been getting into lifting at the gym with my friend Zach, cause he's shredded. I've only worked with kettlebells, no dumbbells or machines, but yesterday, Zach couldn't make it. It was leg day, and I thought, okay, I've done legs with him enough times to fly solo. So off I go to the gym. It was mad crowded, and I had to wait in line for the barbell to start with squats. This guy, also in line, asked if we could go set for set rather than him waiting for me to finish. So I said, sure. We were chatting while waiting, and I mentioned I'm new to this and open to feedback. Turns out I am much stronger than I know, and yes, Joy, I did. I think I missed. Cancel my membership. I don't go into gonna go taking care of yourself then. Yeah, exactly. Turns out I'm much stronger. We exchanged numbers. It was so many things for me. It was an organic friend that was a stranger, and I've struggled a lot with that. And it was the lesson that I'm learning with coding too, which is that if things are easier, then make them harder. Push yourself in short. And it made me think of the stream topic. Yesterday, the conditions were right for growth, and me and this new friend, Ivan, literally grew our muscles. That's my story. Thank you for sharing it, bro. Yeah, right? I feel like the gym has that energy to it as well, where people do allow a sense of community and like you're both there for the same reason, right? Both of you are there to take care of yourselves, to strengthen the body, and connecting in that way is very valuable, man. Thank you for being willing to grow into that direction, for showing up for your friend Ivan as well now. I hope you get to work out again soon. You made a gym Fred too. That's so nice. Yeah, so much lovin's. Dan, part of my story is being a bodybuilder back in the day. You were a bodybuilder too, Shell? I also, at one point in my life, considered myself a bodybuilder. I'm cringing for that version of myself, being like, I was never a bodybuilder, right? I was never willing to do what bodybuilders actually do. I exercised. I got mildly jacked, but I never could go the whole 9 yards. Is that a ground sparkle joining us too? Lovin's to you. It's nice seeing your name again, friend. We've missed you. And I was like, I love the smell of weights themselves because it's so comforting. Too much information. No, I kind of get it. That iron smell, right? That steel smell. It's probably like human sweat combined with metal, creating some sort of, oxide, like a rust technically that you were smelling. But I get it. I do get it actually, Shell. I also do not mind it. Is that Mariah? Mariah, I was actually talking about you recently with some friends, sending you and the little ones so many blessings. It's nice seeing you. How are you? How are the kiddos? How are the boys? Do let us know. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Do 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 do. It smells like gasoline. I like the smell of gasoline. I like the smell of gasoline when it's being poured for a little bit until I click what it is I'm smelling, and I'm like, this is poisoning me. I shouldn't be inhaling these fumes. Right? I really, like, viscerally, like, angrily despise the smell of combusting fuel. How are the experiments with detachment going? Are you asking someone else? Are you asking me? Have I been trying to be more detached? Sometimes, in some ways, and well, I think, right? I feel like for me these days, more important than anything is just calm. Like, that's all I'm really looking for, right? Like, there's a lot of things to be alarmed by, kind of vibe. So many things to be alarmed by. And if I can maintain my calm, that's a win to me. That's the experience I'm trying to allow myself, essentially. And, I think about it from the perspective of I am slowly but surely manifesting more responsibility for myself. And I know that I'm technically, by my own choices, going to experience less calm as I continue. But right now, the calm I get to have is something that I appreciate. Calm shot, ground sparkle. I'm gonna drink some water. Make slurping sounds to distract my brain. Smell of fresh green. Love to use Cyclone. Don't push buttons in my brain. That's so awesome, Dan. Proud of you for pushing yourself. Love is true. Joy. When your muscles fail, that's when they grow. This is true, actually. So it's necessary to take on enough to actually fail. When they shake and break, then they grow. Yeah, it's like a button you're pressing, right? Where if you're like in that space of like failure, your muscles are like, oh shit, we need to get stronger because we can't handle this stuff right now. Then wholesome interaction to have. Proud of you for finding a lesson out of it, for opening yourself up to be receptive to it. Love it. Hashtag growth. Thank you, Jovan, for sharing lovin's as well. Dan, great story and good inspo too. 100%. Shell, you were a bodybuilder? That's great. I'm also kind of surprised, Dan. Crown Sparkle. How many 30-minute naps would it take for the fractal sleep to add up to full sleep? 16? Right? Would it be 16 30-minute naps? That feels wrong though. All right? Is that even possible? Yeah, it doesn't sound like it would work, but it might. Maybe just 8 1-hour naps, right? Like you work for 3 hours in the morning and then you 1-hour nap. You know what? I'm gonna put down this fractal because I'm already embarrassing myself. I didn't even start embarrassing myself, but I was like, bro, don't try and quick maths right now. You're not in that state of mind. This is not the experience we're gonna be having. Okay, lurky lurk now, tapping out, tapping in psych. Yeah, Cyclone, it's up to you. You have to bring it, dude. Shovad is no longer commenting. Cyclone, Crown Sparkle, Love is True. Tell me about it, John. No more. I woke up to find a peanut butter knife in the kitchen, and you guys are part of that fractal. So I lovingly said it to my son, it is yours. He said no. I lovingly said to my husband, is it yours? Peanut butter knife, cutting to the ball. Peanut butter knife, not in the sink because it's full. I feel like I'm missing lore. That's a strong bell sparkle. Love is true. Anyone else use strong bells? Dumbbells? I'm so confused. I'm being allowed this experience, right? This confusion is good. I don't have to know everything. I don't have to know what's going on. Who needs to know what's going on anyway? There was maybe one message that didn't go through, Mel, But this guy invited me to do a whole leg workout with him, and we crushed it for like 2 hours. I remember once practicing legs with a rugby player, and the gym that I was gymming at had like a slope going out of the door, into the outside again. And after I practiced legs, walking down that slope, it was like my legs were noodles. They were just not supporting my weight, and I was like falling over, myself. And I was like, bro, I don't know my legs could feel this way. Practicing legs for 2 hours. I'm imagining that's what you had as well. Back when I ran 5K races, I felt like an amazing sense of community there too. No matter what the background, everyone is just trying to make it from the point A to point B and supporting each other. Exactly. There's so many ways to get to that sense of community, Tristan. It's just, again, the experience you have to allow yourself, right? Like, you might be so busy experiencing, let me point fingers at myself, watching content, right? You might just be watching content all day. And then in watching content, sure, you'll be allowed an experience. You'll have so many experiences watching the content that you watch, but you won't be allowed the experience of community in the way that you would if you went out there into the world and found a space where you can connect with others. So I'm proud of you too. Thank you, Kristen, for finding community here as well. It's on the same fractal shell, deaf, inspired to keep going 100%. I never did cocaine because I was afraid I'd like how it smelled. Me too, Doug. I have technically done cocaine, but it didn't serve me. It made me feel like myself. And I was like, I feel like myself all the time. Not all the time. Sure, sometimes I don't feel like myself, but most of the time I feel like myself. And I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars snorting no sugar. No, thank you. Right? That doesn't sound like an appropriate use of my finances. I'm very frugal. Yes. I don't even spend money on things that I do need. Never mind things that I don't. I don't need cocaine, so I'm not gonna spend money on it. Iron, so far away. Love again to you, Crown Sparkle. Remove the peanut butter from the house. Now no more peanut butter knives. My problem is having sour cream spoons that I only have myself to blame for. I was about to say, like, don't you live alone, Joy? Don't you live with yourself? I was like either thinking that or I was imagining your cats using spoons to eat sour cream. And I feel like that's worse, right? I feel like you need an exorcist. Howard, love again to you, Mariah. Remove the peanut butter from the house. We don't negotiate with terrorists in this country, Joy. I flipped my schedule, so I lived at the gym about 8 hours per day, then worked at night teaching English. Was that when you were in Japan? I'm thinking so, Shell, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna start lifting again. I wanna go with my companion. It's hard going with him because I don't like people telling me what to do. Then don't let them, right? If you don't like people telling you what to do, find a program, right? Like go and Google what exercise to do for shoulders, and then you get that exercise and you put it in your list and you add 4 reps or 10 reps of 4 sets, and then you got exercise for core, and then you take that exercise and you write it down, and then you go with your little list. I literally was like taking pieces of paper with me to the gym, and then you just listen to your piece of paper, right? Nobody gets to tell you what to do. You just do the things on your list and then you get it done. I also don't like being told what to do, so that's how I kind of cope with that, Hazana. Shell, I love that. The weightlifting smell too. I used to lift a lot before I had my son. Then I just lifted my son and carried him around. Yeah, he's a teenager now. So I really need to get back to the weights. I mean, I'm proud of you for already doing the yoga. Weights are good, right? Resistance training is good. It's one of the best ways to keep yourself healthy. Like one of the biggest things that end up coming for us in our older age is muscle decay, right? Muscle atrophy, where you do not have the muscle mass for stabilizing yourself, and then you end up falling and hurting your hips. My grandma hurt her hip recently again. So yeah, stay strong, dear friends. Stay mobile. Yeah, that's excessive, Shell. Did you gym with a kitchen that also serves meals? Maybe. Also, you have two that can lift weights together. This is true. I was kind of a bodybuilder in high school and college. 56, 105 foot 6, 185 pounds. I was 5 foot 11, also, I think around 158 pounds. I did consider myself a bodybuilder, but I don't actually, now in hindsight, think I ever was. Not really. I did put in the work kind of vibe, right? I did my 2 hours of gymming a day, but I was doing it more from a capacity of thinking that was going to be my intro to content creation, weirdly enough, right? Thank goodness that didn't work out that way. Imagine if I was a fitness YouTuber. I'm cringing just thinking about it. No, please stop thinking about it. Thank you. Please stop it. Stop thinking about it. Meltmore, did you know that it's actually called muscle confusion? Muscle atrophy? Am I missing something? Muscle confusion? I've never heard someone say that actually. So I guess I didn't know, Shell. By the way, I did 24 hours of no weed yesterday. Wasn't trying. Not sure how or why. I just did. Guess you can, Duck Dad. I'm not angry today. Surprise, surprise. Yesterday I was angry. And then I had a conversation with Julian, and he allowed me some growth, by sharing some perspective with me. And I'm not feeling too irritable today, at least. We'll see how things continue as I keep going without it. The caffeine is the thing that I can feel actively, right? I know right now that I'm not as caffeinated. Can you friends notice that I'm not as caffeinated as I usually am? Yeah, I had that happen when I first saw my last trainer. She made us run stairs. And afterward, my legs didn't work. Yeah, it's rough when your legs don't work. When your legs don't work like they used to, no more. After you practice, after you do leg day. Dude, it was so intense, Mel. We ended with the leg curl machines that work out the quads. It's like you lay on your belly and then you like with your legs. A really good hamstring exercise as well. Uh, Work out the quads, or maybe you were doing like sitting and like pushing up. He had me doing these supersets where you start at the beginning weight and you do 10 reps and then you drop the weight and then you drop the weight and then you drop the weight, yeah, and you do 10 more, drop the weight again, do 10 more, drop the weight, and that's just one set. We did four of these. That's rough, dude. I feel like you probably got a massive pump. Like you get super pumped doing supersets. Kristen, I used to run 5Ks too before I had James, and it did really make for good organic friends. I did make a really good organic friend that way. Like you were the friend. I'm just imagining, a fractal of Louisiana making a friend, magicking someone into existence. Someone that I had been around lifting weights at the YMCA. One day at a 5K, we spotted each other, just said hi. That's so nice, actually. So in total, 160 leg curls in like maybe 15 minutes. Holy shit, I was wobbly after that. Nice, dude. I should do more legs. My legs are strong, but they're not as strong as I want them to be. I feel like I have endurance legs right now, right? Like dancing legs. That's what I consider my legs right now. Like my quads have like a range of motion where they are super springy. It's making sense. I don't know. Part of me wants to stand up and show you what I mean. The part of me is cringing watching that version of me that's standing up and showing you what I mean. So I'm gonna allow myself this experience where I don't cringe. Yes, nice. No, 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 no. We became really good friends for years, and then he moved back to Newfoundland. Dang. But it was so cool to make a friend that was just, yo, I've seen you around. What's up? That way. I agree completely. Those are the best friends that you can meet. Right? That's technically how I met John. I was like, yo, what's up? How about we friends? Zano, I like feedback on my form, but not much else. Yeah, I'll have like take feedback on my form as well, like especially like during planks, where I'll be like, is my form good? But other than that, like I'm so this is me referring to an old version of myself, right? Like I was really only in a gym like 5 years ago. I did gym in China a little bit, but not enough to really consider it a proper practice. I was like gymming a lot in high school, and I would consider myself dangerous, right? So I would put earphones in, and I would listen at that point still to like pretty heavy music, aggressive to say it in so many words. And I would just go to the gym to anger myself into exhaustion, right? So you talking to me was met with, the fuck are you doing? Why are you talking to me? And then sometimes I would ask for, people to let me know if my form was good enough. But it was like an asking thing. Rarely did people actually, just straight up come up to me and tell me, you wanted to be a fitness influencer. That's how it started, technically, Joy. That's because again, at that point in my life, getting into fitness myself, that was the content I was exposing myself to, right? Good old Jeff Nippert, good old, I've forgotten all of their names. V Shred. Uh, I can see their faces, but I can't remember their names. I'm sorry. I still love you so much. So that was like what I was constantly showing myself. So, my mind was building fractals about how I could do something like that as well. I'm happy that that never ended up taking off. I don't think I'd be happy being a fitness influencer. That's just, yeah, it's a little bit much because then your whole career, your whole channel is built on how good you look, right? And the level of insecurity I already have, and I'm not even a fitness influencer. I don't think I'd be able to make it. No, thank you. If cocaine makes you feel like yourself, you have ADHD for sure. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 100%. I really like taking, stimulants. That's like, wow, Mel, that sounds yikes. Adderall or Concerta, those are technically stimulants, right? Like they work. Believe you me, they work. But I can't justify it again from a financial perspective for one, and I don't like taking something that I have to keep taking to, right? If anything, if I have to take anything over and over and over again just to feel normal, I consider that a no-no. I consider that bad. And that's just my perspective, right? Again, from my own fractal, my own what experience I want to allow myself. All right, no shouting, y'all. My headphones died. So now you're balanced on my shoulder with the speaker to my ear, like some kind of unstable parrot. You shout, I drop you. I hear cows losing their minds in the background right now. Can you hear that, Jovan? This little bug. I think he's already dead. I'm sorry, little dude. I didn't save you in time. Well, I mean, you do a daily yoga practice for students, so I guess you are kind of an influencer. Yeah. Look at me, younger version of myself. You managed it. Oh, you are officially fitness influencing people. Got paid $180 for last month's yoga fitness influence. You know what a blessing. Muscle confusion is what we do to make your muscles grow. You confuse them. Oh, where you like do different exercises day to day to day. You know, keep your muscles on their toes. Never know what's coming next. The image I'm getting from this description is so beautiful. Of course, Joe being like a bird person, that fractal love, the phone on her shoulder like some sort of unstable parrot. That's so cute to me. What's the point of your muscles growing if you can't walk? It's temporary kind of vibe, right? Like, sure, you can't walk, but then tomorrow you walk extra strong. Actually, tomorrow you're in severe pain and standing up feels like death. And then the day after tomorrow, less like that. And then the day after that, you're kind of fine again, right? I used to do legs on Thursday because I knew I would be in pain on Friday, where I would do core, and then I would recover during the weekend, and then I could like walk properly again. Like I remember, doing legs and then having a hard time walking up the stairs at school. Kind of, it's a trip. It's making yourself stronger by pushing yourself kind of vibe. I have no idea what weights I could handle with my knees, but my quads and hammies are superhero strong. 45,000 steps a day. We'll do that carrying heavy stuff. That's insane. I don't think I've ever walked 45,000 steps a day. I think my highest is something like 30,000 in a single day. That's crazy, dude. I would love to work out of a gym in China. I would look like a super freak. I was the super freak in the gym in China, right? It was again, I was like scratching that part of myself I wanted to be feared. I would wear these tights. I I bought myself these skin tights, like full body skin tights, leg tights, for something like $10, $9, like $9 an outfit. So I bought myself like four of them. I don't know where they are. They just got completely vanished. I still don't know where they are. Maybe I left them in China. I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, so I would go to the gym, and it was like on the top floor, something like the 16th floor in like a high-rise building. And then I would get in this elevator with a bunch of other Chinese people, and I would stand like a head above everybody else, looking like freaking Terminator. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm so fucking jacked. Oh man, that wasn't even so long ago. The versions of ourselves that we've been, huh? The experiences we've allowed ourselves of our own contravity, our own mind trips. Hey Ali, sending you blessings, friend. I'm doing well. How are you feeling, friend? Tomorrow you're in severe pain. 2 days after your workout, the pain peaks out. Then each day is easier. Exactly. Joy. There's nothing worse than overtraining one day on day one to kill motivation, right? Exactly. But for me, 2 days after the workout is the real struggle. Like tomorrow, I'm going to be walking and sitting down like a grandpa. You see, I was no. This is true, Dan. What is the best thing to do for muscle tear pain? I've never torn muscles, so I don't know actually. So far, I've heard water and protein. I'm guessing that's supposed to be protein. Before workout, can I get some tips? Unfortunately, I don't think there are any tips, right? Like, sure, there are micro tears happening in your muscles. Making sure you are in a catabolic state, anabolic state, not a catabolic state. Anabolic state means that you have enough protein to actually synthesize muscles, right? So, eating enough protein is going to definitely help. Maybe some creatine, like having more water in your muscles could help. Adequate rest, stretching could also actually help, because as you're contracting, those muscle fibers tense up, and then being able to stretch them back out again could actually help with the pain as well. Hopefully I don't look like that in front of Lisa. Heat, Zano, an Epsom salt bath. There we go. Okay, fire. Yes, protein shake after with some carbs in it, Zano. Just don't overtrain. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, actually. Like, if you really get hurt training too hard, try not training so hard. Right? Incremental progress is still progress. If you have a bathtub, take a hot bath. It's necessary to feel horrible the next day. True. I have my shakes of oats. Oh, no, there we go. That's what I mean. Melt micro tears. Exactly. Yeah. Be sure you're in a protein surplus, 100 grams a day plus. And it's hard. People don't realize that if you're actually gonna work out, you need to eat a lot of protein, like more than you think, a lot more than you think. And I try to explain that to Christian as well, but he doesn't believe me, right? And then he, at the same time, complains that he's not as jacket as he wants to be. I'm like, bruh, If you want to be more jacked, you're going to have to eat double the amount of food you're eating right now. That's the only way. Hydro message. Yeah, stay hydrated, dear friends. Ermius Plur represent. Sending Nova some lovin's right now. I wonder where he is in the world. Muscle pain is often helped by massage and eucalyptus application. There we go. Prevent scarring with tendonitis as well. Ooh, eucalyptus is my favorite. Great. There we go. I'm happy to see you actually absorbing all of these tips. Gotta drop, but lovin's. Gotta drop, but you lovies must know you are loved and you are worthy. I'm gonna pull a card as well. Thank you, Kristen, for sending us lovin's. Have a good day. Do you think, what do you think about pre-workout powder? I think it's caffeine. And caffeine is one of the best workout supplements you can use, right? If you have creatine in your pre-workout as well, that's even better. Creatine is great. Creatine is actually a nootropic as well. It's really good for you, right? It allows your body to utilize your own adenosine triphosphate a little bit better. Makes you produce more of it. It also allows you to retain more water in your muscle cells. So I'm not opposed to pre-workout powders. Unfortunately though, they can overdo it a little bit. That's the big thing. They can like put a lot of caffeine in there. And then sometimes they put other stimulants as well, like niacin, vitamin B3. Sometimes they overdo it to the point where you start flushing red. You know, and that could be good for your muscles, but it can also be very uncomfortable for your skin. Micro tears is muscle confusion. That means you're doing it right. There we go. I use a calorie counter to get a baseline for my calorie deficit. I picked a different calculator for daily use, and tracking that gives me 300 more calories a day. Which calculator is right? 300 is a big difference in calories. It is. I feel like if you're eating around 2,000 calories, right, you should be fine, Joy Vive, right? But like above that, it's going to be a little bit much. Orange, you think? Just make sure you have a healthy perception of calorie intake. Calories are simply a unit of energy, and it's important to remember that your body actually uses a lot of calories to just function. This is true. Your like base load, your NEAT, right? I'm trying to remember what the NEAT stands for. Non-exercise energy expenditure. I don't think that spells NEAT. Oh, that's a topic for a date. Creatine shits. That's what she knows. She should actually use the product and not taking about to impress, bro. Nutrition density is far more important. This is true. Like you can eat volumes of vegetables technically, right? Like if you feel you're eating all of your calories but you're still hungry, supplement some of it with more vegetables. If it doesn't conflict with my meds, I want to use pre-workout. Motivation is hard. Yeah, caffeine is a good drug technically, you know, to use in exercise. It it does the job kind of vibe. I know a lot about nutrition. I want to drop weight right now. So I'm concerned about my calories. Exactly. When I was at peak performance, I was eating like 6 cans of tuna a day, a dozen eggs, and a shit ton of brown rice. Me too, dude. I used to eat all of my meals, and then I would do a 6 egg, 2 scoop protein powder, and 250 mils of cream, straight cream. It had 36 grams of fat in it, and I would like shake that in a shaker, right? It was like drinking pudding, but I did it to make sure that I did it so that I can grow, right? Become a strong boy. Zano was like smack dab on the orange. How about that, Zano? Sounds like a lot of cardboard meals, Doug. Yeah. Bodybuilding is involved, let's say. Is very involved. I gotta get into hard boiled eggs again. A hard boiled egg with some Dijon mustard is a great protein snack. Yeah, I did the hard boiled eggs as well, but you get real sick of it real quickly. Goodness, I'm having like PTSD flashbacks. Oh, please, I don't have hard-boiled eggs that I consume with. Na, 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 na. I figured joy. I'm trying to drop a little weight myself. It's just a little note I like to throw in because it's not talked about enough. And a lot of programs demonize calories. It's true. Like, I don't really believe, I do technically believe in it, but if it fits your calories or if it fits your macros, right? Yes, it works, but also it's not the best way to get there. You get it, Zano. You can predict the futures, yeah. Unhealthy approach to calorie intake in the past, and I've learned a lot. I'm proud of you, friends, for growing, right? For meeting the conditions. Today's stream topic again, the experiences we allow ourselves. Right? Sometimes you have to eat poorly to notice the experience that allows you so that you can correct that situation and start eating well so you can experience the other side of it as well. Speaking of, where the hell is Joe? He was here yesterday, but not here today. Maybe he's busy right now. Yeah, he's probably fishing. Exactly. I had to bounce early, I think. Love is true. I was off for a while, though. I feel like when I participate in chat more, I'm more accurate. You're in flow right now, Zano. Like, I think you also didn't second guess yourself. You were just like, orange. It's going to be orange, right? You were like, yeah. I've been eating a lot of salmon and tuna lately to get my protein in. Love is true. Those are healthy protein sources as well. Get those omegas. Zana, there's a lot of pre-workout aminos that make you feel great and get more for each lift. Yeah, it is technically true, but don't buy amino acid supplements. They don't do that much. If you want your amino acids, eat meat. All right, that's the best way to get your amino acids because that's the place where they're the most bioavailable. My calorie counter is tracking my macros, which is real nice. I just wish I could have like a sensor, like a chip in one of my teeth or something that I can, track my calories with. Whereas like, hey bro, you keep shoving food into your face hole. Stop. Oh, please stop. You need to stop. You've done that too much. Oh, you're gonna overdo it if you keep going. Love from the deepest part of my heart to you all. Love to you, dear Aunt B. Today's core meaning is ancient wisdom. How much have we learned? How much have we forgotten? All right. How much have we experienced as different states of reality, as different beings? And give me that meat. Yeah, right on. That's where you get most of your amino acids and good vitamins as well. Like people don't realize meat actually has a whole plethora of micronutrients in it as well, vitamins even. And all of it is more bioavailable than it is in anything else, literally anything else. Like our bodies are really well equipped to extract food or value or nutrients from meats. I have some struggles with the protein thing. I can't stand eggs in any form other than scrambled and tuna, and salmon makes me nauseous. I know that those are the most recommended sources. I mean, at least you can do scrambled. It's just again the volume, right? Like I get it. I used to eat like minimum 10 eggs a day, minimum. Sometimes I would eat a dozen. That would be the only thing I would be eating. I would like brown an onion in a pan, and then I would proceed to put 24 eggs in that wok, and I would scramble it up, and I would sit in front of a screen and consume scrambled eggs. I survived, but it wasn't fun. I love food combos that provide all essentials and non-essential amino acids such as almonds with green beans, red beans, and rice, etc. It sounds nice. Last night was the first night with no snacking. My tummy feels less swollen. It's the stacking thing. Like going hours without feeding yourself something is really good for your gut lining as well. There's new studies that recently came out about 36 hours of fasting changing leonipides. I'm probably like butchering that word, but apparently it changes the way your body ages. Right, so consider fasting as well, dear friends. Peanut butter is a fabulous protein source. True, good source of fats as well. Only way to produce more naturally. When I did the Zyto scan from my holistic practitioner, my amino acids were in a good range. That's good, actually. The most available protein for us is in albumin. So you can't go wrong. I don't know what albumin is, actually. I just could never be vegetarian or vegan. I don't eat beans at all. Yeah, it's gonna be hard then. I thoroughly enjoyed studying nutrition in college. Peanut butter is mostly fats. True. Not to demonize fats, which are important, really important. Fat is really important. Your hormones get produced with fat. Did you know that? Yeah. If you don't have fat in your body has a hard time producing the hormones, and your literal life revolves around your hormones. Like, seriously, make sure you get enough fat in. Be shocked by this. Green leaf lettuce is a perfect protein, but you don't have to eat a bale for it to matter in your diet. Albumin is a part of the egg white, I think. The stringy part. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, let's read the meaning of today's card. Ancient wisdom, right? The amount of food we've eaten as ancient peoples as well. Diamond geometries illuminate the enigmatic faces carved on the Bayon Temple mountain at Angkor, a vast city of sacred architecture in Cambodia. At this temple site, some 37 of 49 to 54 original face towers stand in silent affirmation of ancient wisdom. Young Buddhist monks Young Buddhist monks enjoy the afternoon light and the glow of the massive meditative portraits. A deep sense of peace and wisdom permeates this ancient and sacred place. This card invites you to explore the realms of ancient wisdom. Long held secrets, ancient wisdom traditions are becoming increasingly accessible for our exploration. The more we learn about people who walked the earth before us, the more fully we may understand our humanness. This card encourages you to investigate any tradition to which you are attracted. There are many to enjoy, yet what you are seeking is more than a superficial glance. This may be a time for deeper study, or perhaps it is in your future to make a personal pilgrimage to places where ancient wisdom dwells. Where might you adventure? Be it by book or boat, internet or jet plane, become a seeker of ancient wisdom and witness how it will change your life. Adventure forth with an open heart and mind. Be prepared to learn as much about yourself as you will about those who came before. Enjoy. Ancient wisdom, gateway, process. Our beloved Jules joining us too. It's nice having you here, friend. Uh, Christian is, in fact, trying to get himself a girlfriend, yeah. Like, apparently, there's a girl at Capital Craft, Jules. It's like a bar, essentially, right? That he noticed is working there. And now he's gonna go to that bar and go with Johan so it looks like he has friends, he says to me. And then he's gonna try and get her number. He doesn't know her, doesn't know if she's in a relationship or not. I hope she's in a relationship. I feel like I'm a bad friend when that falls when that falls through. I feel that way too, Jules. Me too. I feel that way. I'm like this dude, oh, this fucking dude. This outcast. I don't know why. I feel like Christian, tries too hard with that whole fractal, and he just ends up fucking himself up. Like, for instance, like the last 5 years I've been, like, single for the most part. Single by proxy, right? This hasn't been someone standing here next to me. I've been fine, right? And he has been in like multiple relationships. He's talked to so many people, and those people have just disappeared from his life, right? And every single time that happens to him, it devastates him. And then I'm the one that's like there for him, being like, "Yo, I know it's so rough. Oh, can we believe it? This is happening again. Oh, and part of me gets pissed off. Right? I want him to chillax. I want him to realize he doesn't need any. But we learn our lessons the way we do. I feel like he thinks he's getting old as well. I know it's none of my business, but I'm an old Yanti matchmaker in my soul. I want Christian to meet Jovan. Yeah, me too. Right? I want to keep Jovan for myself, to be completely honest, Louisiana. But me too. I think they would be great for one another, actually. I'm just trying to meet in Europe and have a good time. I'll let him know. I don't think he's going to do that. He is going to Bulgaria in October. So if you want to, mission earlier, maybe you can go to Bulgaria. Let's have a deal for Jovan. Bro, I don't want to hurt you, Dan. Okay. Let's play some Kalimbo. Winner takes all. Bro, I'm dangerous, so you be careful. You be careful now. You be so careful. Oh, Mel, do you even leg day? Hey, oh. I don't need legs to choke you out, bro. All I have to do is find an opening. Hold on, let me get the betting sack all set up. I like how people are like instantly aware. Let's put money on it. Why be hard on Christian? You being fine alone is cool, but maybe he really wants companionship. I get it. I get it, but that want for companionship is the thing causing him suffering. Brother Duck Dad. Right? This sense of loss that he believes he's experiencing, FOMO, right? Thinking that he's missing out on something. That's the thing that I notice, and that's the thing that I don't want him to continue experiencing. And unfortunately, it's like a self-affirming thing where every single time you show up in that way, you tell yourself that it's like, the reason I'm not happy right now is because I do not have companionship, when that's not what makes you happy. We all want to keep Jovan to ourselves, of course. Of course, Shan as well. Yes, I want her and Christian to meet. I'm putting Joba on my shoulders, where none of you can reach her. Yes. Yes, and then I'll take Shan and put her on my shoulders, right? And then maybe, I'll get on Christian's shoulders. And then we'll be, the new Tower of Babel or whatever. Companionship is good. Possession is not. I completely agreed, actually. Oh my goodness. If I'm the winner, do I take all of yous? Oh, yes. Like maybe actually. I'm just imagining, all of us fighting, fist fighting, all already getting wrecked. Like we're in that spot, like we've like fought the whole time and we're like slow mo, like punching. Like and then Joe walks in, and then just like slaps everybody. It's like enough. JK. So much loving. Sorry, Rabbit. You've been stopped. We will fight to the death, Jovan. That's it. Not having the companionship is causing him pain. Yeah, that's it. That's it, dude. No, Jovan, you can't be in the duel. Jovan is not asking. Jovan is slapping all of us now, dude. Good morning, Maula, Hoopy. I see Brother Joe Schmo joining us too. I'll keep saying Jovan. Won't let that get you. You have to watch and then spit on the losers. Oh my goodness. You think well, we completely spiraled like radically. He's Eastern European. Those people shack up at 18 or younger. He has thousands of years of DNA urging him. I know. I get it. I get it. I get it. I've had this conversation with him hundreds of times. Literally. Literally hundreds of times. I get it. Believe you me, I do get it. I just don't know if it serves him, right? I felt like Christian for a long time, so I understand that, Fractal. Also took me years of failure to learn better. I'll kick you both out to the knees, and Jovan can be the future expert. True, I forgot that Joe is gonna bring his swamp power to this fight. I flippity flop and love you, goofy goovers, as we love you, dear Shao. So much love to all of you. the future Xmas Jovan, you can come and sit with me until people learn how to behave. Yeah, Kavel is here too. Kavel, we need your wisdoms. We need your calm. I'm gonna play some kalimba. 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Actually, we'll do 3 minutes and 47 seconds. That way, there's a 34 and a 47. Sending you lovin's. And just like that, 17, 22, 11 friends still here with us. More synchronicities. Can you come? Can you say mixed hoppy the king for the Indians, please? I don't know what that means. Merst Briones. I don't think I've seen your name here before, but sending you blessings, friends. Can you say mixed hoppy the king for the Indians, please? I don't know what that means. That's I want to say it, but I feel like I'm confused about what it is I'm saying. Jovan, you're doing it wrong. You can only love the goofy goobers. Who wins the duel? I have wrist pain today, but I love to see you all. We love you too. I hope you get better by the bear. I also deal with some wrist pain occasionally, man. We'll help however possible. Pick whoever you want, or no one. This is true. Can't type lol, but I see you all. This love bomb got me all red faced, like hiding under my desk. Sorry, go. Love is true. How many times has your speaker fallen off of your shoulder through this conversation? Show. An international battle for her hand that hasn't offended to any of you. Gotta go and love you. Have a beautiful day, Shao. Love to you. I feel like a limbo time just gets shorter and shorter. Today was 3 minutes and 47 seconds. So it was longer than it's been in a long time. I haven't played for more than 3 minutes and 34 seconds in a long time. But maybe it's like it's so good, you don't want it to end. Pat's cell phone back. Thank you, Ellie. I'll, I'll take this compliment. Siobhan being the new Helen of Troy over here. Finally have my appointment with a neurologist after 6 months of trying to get one. Wish me luck. I can't get my license back. And I can't get my license back. Good luck to you, Zano. Blessings to you, my dear friend. Time moves faster when you're older, so faster kalimba. I know it just feels that way. I could listen for hours. Thank you, Ellie. It means more than you know. Shan shared her loving message to us. So let's read it, shall we? Shan says to every single one of us, have the most beautifulest day, everyone. I sincerely love you all so superest duperest. No? Those words are new. My brain has to recalibrate so I can read them correctly. I love you all so very superister duperister, immensely macho grande, massively vastly gargantuanly galactically astronomically dearly beloved, ravishingly remarkable melt, and all of you oh so very wonderfully incredibly outstandingly fan friggin-tastically fascinatingly, marvelously, gorgeously, luminously, magically, magical, cherished, divine friends that embrace the experiences allowed. With you, beloved friends that I love so much, joining me in this space, allowing me to fall in love. I appreciate you so much, Shan. Thank you, beloved. Bestest of luck to you, Zano. Bless, yeah, 100% Zano. I'm happy for one that you had the good luck of actually getting to, meet with your neurologist, and two, double goodest luck is to you to actually get your license back, with the approval. That was the best poem ever, and I'm saying that. Yeah, Shan received that lovins. I wanna read you a poem, Keval, just because you're here, Instantly my ego flares up. It's like, what? Poetry? I poetry sometimes. I wanna read you Work, dude. Work was a poem written by me and David. Like, he's the one who started with work. He put down the first two lines. Work. So I'm gonna read work to you. Gimme, you ready for it? Let me show you the flower first. So this is the flower, and then imagine if this flower could say something. All right, it reads this poetry. Work, the poem's name. Work, makes you smirk, giving your life to live your life. An effort you exert allows you some dessert, something to enjoy when you don't know why. How much will I have to do? How much can I give to you? Where does my toil stop when it's always me holding the mop? Yet, clean floors, my happiness made, my mind calm, and my soul repaid, given all in return for my sacrifice, made whole by the love that I see in their eyes. Yow! Yeah, get poetry. Thank you, Keval, for receiving some poetry. For you, friends, looking at me with your loving eyes. I can feel it. I feel so loved right now. So blessed to be loved by loving individuals, to be allowed this experience, right? Out of all of the experiences I could have, this is the one I'm here for. And I appreciate you, friends, and your insanity. Grant you humanity. Here's with you through it all. Thank you, dear Zhao, for loving us as well. Okay, well, thank you. I just came back from the wrist doctor. Lovely poem. Blessings to you, Brother Kevo. It's a quick and powerful one. Sending you that wrist mobility. I hope you get better soon. I appreciate you, friends, for joining me once again, for sending me your lovin's, and for allowing me to send lovin's in return. We'll do this again soon. Ah, there we go. And you're also welcome in that my presence gave you the ego drive opportunity desire to pop. May you forever write, and may I forever inspire people into writing. You will, but the bear. All you have to do is keep being yourself. Can't stop the mob. Yeah. Right? You like that line? When will it stop? Right? When is the work gonna stop? When it's always me having to clean this fucking bullshit. And then yet, I like the clean floors. I like it, right? Yeah, it's me having to mop this nonsense up. I have to be here for this experience, but I like it. I like when it's clean, right? When the problem is solved from a masculine perspective. I appreciate you, friends, for joining me. For sending me your lovin's, for being present, so that we can have this experience, right? Because without your presence, this experience isn't. If you had any other experience right now, you would not be having this one. So I thank you dearly for allowing me to have this experience with you. Definitely not with the dog and bots. Love is true. Thank you again. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow, we'll be back here again. Goodbye, everybody. Sending you lovin's.